I'm too old.
20 years.
20 years ago, in 1997, on Mimic. And I remembered him because he was really, really a very good mimic, no pun intended. You know, and when the time came to do Abe Sapien for Hellboy, Michael Elizalde said, "What about Doc Jones?" And I remembered Doc Jones. I think it was Michael Elizalde or Steve Wan, one of them. And I said, "That's a great idea," because he was very lanky, very thin. And I was thinking he was a pretty good mime. And I thought he can do it. I was already thinking in the first one that the voice was going to be David Hyde Pierce, no matter who played it, blah, blah, blah. And the second one, it was Doug. But so I called him and I said, "You're going to do this, you're going to do that." And he inhabited the character. He really, Abe Sapien is such a beautiful creation. Because like this preppy, well, he's Miles Crane, you know? He's a very preppy, Ivy League educated amphibian man. You know, he moves really very calculated. He has a very good sense of space and style. He's beautiful. And Doug did all that perfect. And I realized then, this guy is not only a creature performer, he's a really great actor. You know, he really is a great actor. His sense of timing, rhythm, presence, beautiful. That's the rarest, you know, in opera, the rarest of all the ranges is a coloratura. You know, well, he is a coloratura. He's not a soprano or a tenor, he's a coloratura. He's the most beautiful bird in the jungle, you know? And I came back to him time and time again over the years, and I entrusted him right after Hellboy with Pan's Labyrinth, with not one but two parts. And he understood it, and he learned the part in Spanish. And many of the shots were shot in reverse, so the creature would move a little awkwardly, you know? And I thought this guy we became friends, you know? And I think there is a discipline in Japan of puppeteering called bunraku. Bunraku uses sticks with a black clad performer against a black background to move a puppet. And the good bunraku guys, the usual okay bunraku operators, move the puppet beautifully. But the really sublime ones inhabit the puppet. I think Dog inhabits these things, which most people think are limitant. And there is a beautiful saying that says the obstacle is the path. And it needs a state of mind. When the performer understands that this layer after layer after layer of plastic is not the obstacle, but is the path. And there's a jump that happens where they make it an advantage. I always remember Laurence Olivier said once, if you do a scene in the rain, let the rain do the acting for you. You know? And I think that's sort of the philosophy obliquely that a performer has to have under makeup.
Well, I'm afraid